Welcome to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show, brought to you by the great folks at COMC, Central Ozarks Medical Center, where your health is their mission. And we've got some special championship guests with us here today. From the Tipton Lady Cardinals, it is Coach Jason Culpepper and a couple of his star players this year. Thank you guys for making the trip down from Tipton to come see us today.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so Coach, introduce us to your players here. Who did you bring with you today?
We've got Myra Class here, right next to the trophy. She's senior point guard, four-time All-State player.
Wow.
Co-player of the year this year in Class 2. And then next to her is Charlie Bailey. She's a sophomore. She was also named All-State this year as a sophomore, so pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Some pretty good honors there. And I just read that you were named, Myra, the co-player of the year.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool too, huh?
It is really cool, yeah.
Okay, so Coach, you win a state championship. Has it been everything you kind of thought it would be before you won it, or has it been better? Has it been not quite as great? What's it like?
I kind of, compare it to like riding a emotional roller coaster. You always, every year, this is our first time obviously winning state, so, you always think that, when the season ends, it's, you're just sad you didn't win your state championship. This year winning a state championship was so much different because you have such high highs and low lows, even when you win a state title.
Yeah.
Because you have this many kids that are seniors that have put 4 years into it. So you're still sad because the seniors are leaving and they're moving on. So, but as far as the actual state championship, coolest thing. I mean, it was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to be there to watch you guys and see you celebrate and all that good stuff. So Myra, you've had 4 amazing years there, right?
Yeah.
And you've been to the state tournament like 3 of those 4 years.
Yes.
But you hadn't won it until this time around. You'd had a couple of heartbreaking trips there.
Yeah, we did. Losing is not fun, especially at state. So this year was a lot different for us.
Right. So you went there as a freshman, and I think you said you made it to the championship game?
Yeah, so we beat Blue Eye in our semifinal game, and then we lost to East Buchanan in the state championship.
Okay, and
that
what
year.
is that like completely devastating when you lose the state championship like that?
Well, I was a freshman, so I didn't really know anything. So I was really happy that I played good, so I wasn't like sad, but then like it was just like you learn more as you go on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So sophomore year, it hurt a lot more.
Yeah,
than
so because you went
freshman
right
year.
back the next year as
Yes,
a sophomore.
yes.
And then you missed out as a junior.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
Out
I
of
bet
all
that
of
was
them.
Tough.
Yes.
Right. Okay. And Charlie, so I have to ask you how you got the name Charlie. Is there a story behind that?
Not really. I mean, my great grandpa, his name's Charles, so I guess I could say I'm named after him, but I don't think there's anything behind it.
Such a cool name, though. I mean, everybody remembers Charlie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is so cool. So you're just a sophomore. You got a couple more years to go here.
Yeah.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I see great things with all my other players and the younger ones coming up, so yeah.
So, okay, so like, were you the team leader being the senior, or do you guys like share power, or is it all the coach, or who kind of leads the team?
I say we kind of all share.
Yeah. So
we
it's not
share.
just you.
No.
Pressure's not just on you.
No, our junior, Courtney Edwards, she leads a lot, and Briar helps too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I asked him what it was like to win a state championship. How about for you guys? Has it lived up to, especially for you, because you had a couple of near misses, did it live up to expectations?
It's crazy. It kind of didn't feel real when it happened, and then you like get back and everybody's really excited. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're a celebrity, right?
Yeah, kind of.
That's greatness. And that was, you weren't there last year, right? Because you guys missed the trip.
Yeah.
So what was it like for you to win? Did it live up to what you thought it might be?
Yeah, it really did. I mean, like Myra said, it didn't feel real, but then whenever we come back into town and everybody's like cheering for us, it's pretty awesome. And at school, we're doing so many signatures. I really do feel like a celebrity.
That's cool. A lot of autographs, right?
Yeah.
Hey, would you sign my autograph? So I talked with you, Coach, back early in the season in December, and you were pretty confident you had something special going here.
Yeah, I mean, based off what we did last year and what I saw out of our girls this summer, and who we played and the competition that we went against, I just felt like as long as we were healthy, I felt like we stood a really good chance. Yeah. And the goal was be 20 points better than everybody, so you don't leave it to chance. And then we finished the season pretty much 20 points better than everybody. 19 in the state title game. I wish we'd have made it 20, but you know, I mean, it's just a special group of kids.
Yeah, that's pretty special. What makes a championship team? It can't just be talent alone, right? What are some of the mixtures that you have to throw in to win a state championship?
You know, toughness, grit, defense. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I mean, you look at who we played throughout the season, whether it was Hickman or Jeff City Jays or Skyline or Platte Valley or Leeton or California, Ozark, you know, the teams that we play throughout the year, that you've got to guard all 5 positions. You know, you've got to have 5 girls on the court playing defense at a high level, and you can't have mistakes. Like all 5 of them have to be, in a flow together of hedging, helping, rebounding. You can't have a weak link on your team, because if you do, you're going to get exposed against the great teams.
Yeah.
So for us, this year it was complete team. One through 8 or 9, depending on the game, whoever came in. Defense was non-negotiable, and they never made it that way. Wow. They always defended at an extremely high level.
And that's not glory role. I mean, with defending, right? The glory role's shooting the threes and scoring the points, but you really win those games playing the defense, don't you?
Yeah, and I think this year, throughout the season, as we won some of those big games early against Ozark, and then we beat California in the Tipton championship game, and the gym was packed, and both teams played great that night. And then we played Cardinal Ritter at Columbia College and beat them. We started to get more of a following, and then throughout the season, everybody always talked about our defense, just how great our defense was. And so I think people really embraced defense and watching us play defense because of how in basketball terms how beautiful it was.
Yeah.
Because everybody's moving at the same speed, everybody's moving fast, everybody's rebounding, everybody's working together, communication's high. So I think people really, fell in love with watching us play defense too this year.
All right. So we're talking with the Tipton Lady Cardinals, state champions in Class 2A, and what a story it is. We'll have more with the Lady Cardinals right after this. At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Laurie. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. We spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. Welcome back to Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show, brought to you by the great folks at COMC Central Ozarks Medical Center. We are talking with the Lady Cardinals from Tipton, state champions, Class 2A, but you guys feel like you could have beaten just about anybody, right? Class 6, 5, 4, 3, whatever. You guys are pretty darn dominant this year. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not Incarnate Word. Probably stay away from Class 6.
Holy Toledo.
I feel like we could have got second in Class 6, but probably not first in Class 6.
But that's pretty powerful right there, right? Okay, so Myra, I think you led the team in scoring this year, right? About 24 points a game. How do you get to be such a good shooter? I mean, how much practice does that take?
I mean, a lot.
Yeah?
It's just what I've always done. I don't know.
You just like go home, get in the, driveway and just start shooting shots, or what? How do you
I used to
practice
shoot
that?
in the driveway, but he lets me shoot at the school a lot, so
Yeah.
it's a lot
Nice.
better.
Yeah. So you get over there and take like 100 shots a day and try to get used to your favorite spots. Is that what you do? You practice from the favorite spot on the floor where you're going to take those shots?
Well, I wouldn't say the favorite spot, just most of the spots on the floor. I would say I practice
Every
from,
place is the favorite spot.
The open
Yeah.
spot is the
Yeah.
For a shooter, never
Yeah.
met a shot I didn't like, right? Yeah, absolutely. How about for you? I mean, how have you gotten so good so quickly? I mean, as a sophomore state champion, how'd you hone your skills?
I mean, it's kind of like the same thing, and I have an older sister who also played basketball like with Meyer when they went to state and all that. And so when she would go to the gym, I'd join her. Like my mom's a teacher, so she has access to the gym. So anytime she goes up there, I just go up and I shoot. And so does my brother. So we all kind of just go together.
Very nice. Yeah. I mean, it's not something that just happens, even if you have talent. You really have to practice shooting those shots.
Yeah.
Especially from three. So how cool was it playing like at MSU on the floor there at Missouri State for the championship? First, for you, big arena like that, that's pretty neat, right?
Well, I love it. I love the big atmosphere. It makes it so fun. Some people, it like bothers them and messes with them, but I think that it just makes me play better.
Yeah, absolutely. How about for you?
I agree. I like the big arena. I mean, it was different for me because I've never played in somewhere that big before, but I liked it because, I mean, I knew our town like packed the stands. But it did bother me though because you have the college three-point line, and I'm used to backing off further from our high school one, and so backing off from the college one was a change. Like you have to get used to it
Yeah,
to realize where I am on the court.
Is it confusing? Does it confuse you out there? There's so many lines. It's like, which line is that? You know, is that my three? Is that the college three? What is that?
Yeah, I don't really think about it. I just, like, I can see it in my vision when I'm looking up, and I just shoot from there. I never really know which one it is. I
Right.
just shoot.
So, and you got to go there, I think, to Springfield for all your state championship runs,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And next year, I think they're going to Columbia at Mizzou, so you might get to play there at Mizzou.
Yeah,
right?
hopefully.
That'd be nice. Absolutely. We talked about Incarnate Word earlier. I think they've won like 10 of the last 12 state championships for the big schools. You guys have been to the state championship 3 of the last 4 years. You won this year. That's quite a program you're building. How do you put together a year after year program like that?
You know, the kids that are coming up every year, you know, they want to continue working hard. You know, each year I set out the challenges for the team, and it's up to them to take those challenges and, you know, determine how great they want to be.
Yeah.
This group in particular wanted to be really, really great.
State champs.
And so, you know, last summer and last spring, starting with weights in the spring, going into summer with summer basketball, this group at no point did they ever, you know, falter from that goal of winning the state championship. You know, you got to win it one game at a time. You can't look, you know, past the next opponent. But you know, this group, and you know, I already see it out of this next group of kids. You know, they're not just satisfied with winning this year.
Yeah.
They want to win it next year, the year after that. So, you know, staying hungry, staying motivated, always finding good competition for kids to see, so they don't think they're the best team in the state. You got to keep challenging them. And you know, we've been blessed with great kids and great families that support that and go to our games and don't complain about travel. Don't complain about playing 30 games in 15 days in the summer all over the state or in other states, and they embrace it, and they just understand that that's what it takes to be great. Yeah. And you know, now that that's established, you know, the next group of kids that come in, you know, they just know that's what it takes.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, real quickly, because we're down to our last few seconds here. Your favorite moment of the year this last year, if you think back, what was it?
I'd say probably when we're running out in the state championship game, lights are off, spotlight, and you have like a clip, like all our highlights being at state. I think that was awesome. It's something like I'll never forget.
Yeah, you never forget that. How about for you, Myra?
I'd say mine's more like emotional because it was my last year, but when we got on the bus after the game, just sitting there with everybody and then like realizing that we actually won it was really cool.
How cool is that? Coach, how about your favorite moment of the year?
My favorite moment of the year would probably be after the championship game, whenever we got the trophy, and you know, I held the trophy up and just looked around and just seen it. You know, how many people from Tipton or how many supporters of Tipton were there. You know, you looked around and you saw red, you know, on at least 80% of the bottom bowl there at MSU, and it was just amazing to me, you know, just to look at all those people and think, there's only, you know, 2,000 people who live in Tipton. There's more than 2,000 people here. Where are all these people coming from?
That is pretty cool. Well, there you go. Your state champions, the Tipton Lady Cardinals. Thank you guys. Congratulations. And thank you for joining us for Lake TV's Community Spotlight Show.